What's your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca, pleasure to meet you. I'm Pierre. When you talk to your child, do you baffle them with theoretical rhetoric? How do you talk to them?
Very simple.
Very simple. So if you were telling your child, she's got a bully at school, and if you were trying to tell your child, how to deal with that bully, how would you go about telling your child how to deal with that person?
I have babies. I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, you haven't gotten there yet?
Yeah.
I picked the person with the babies. 2 down. Okay. I know you have older kids. How would you tell your boys how to deal with somebody that's having a bad attitude? You tell them. Very simple. You tell them. This is how you deal with it. And you're very calm about it. You're supportive. You tell them. It's really not rocket science. No, seriously, you just tell them. You just tell them, hey, look, don't go down that road, because if you go down that road, you might get robbed again. So it's a philosophy. And you got to have this philosophy so that you can back yourself up when things go bad. Somebody cuts you off in the morning and you go to work, and while you're coming to work and you're like pissed off now. How do you interact with that student, or how do you interact with your coworker as soon as you walk in? What do? You're pissed off. How do you change? How do you shift your paradigms, your habits, basically? I'm going to get simple. Sorry about that. But how do you shift? How do you shift your behaviors? What do you do? This is probably the best lesson I've ever learned in my life. Think about that. What you think about, you bring about. You thought about coming here, you came here. You thought about getting your degree, you got your degree. You thought about having a child, you had the child. Whether you want to admit it or not, you had the child because you thought about having a child. There's 50 different thoughts. How many thoughts do you think you have going through your head a day?
Thousands.
I don't even, thousands?
I'd say thousands.
Thousands?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's probably thousands. There's thousands of thoughts going through your head. So you have to kind of build some kind of mechanism, your own philosophy on how to channel it to be positive. The thoughts, make those thoughts positive. So what you think about, you bring about. So if you think about crap, you're going to get crap. You have to build that. It's like a changeless core that you have to have. And that's your attitude. It's not going to be perfect. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm just giving you a philosophy so that you can have, so when you walk out of here, you can say, I have something to think about. You have the freedom to choose your response. Remember I said thank you for coming? You didn't have to walk in this room. You had the freedom. You could have gone to the bathroom and never came back. Did you know that freedom is probably the most important thing that you have in your life? Take that. Share that with somebody. You can make their life, you can change their life. If I treat you like crap, you're gonna be pissed off. That's a law. That's a law. You gotta live by laws and principles. When you live by laws and principles, it helps you on a daily basis because you live one day at a time. You don't know if you're gonna be here tomorrow, but you live one day at a time. So why not choose, because you have the freedom, to be happy and have a positive attitude? That's simple intelligence. That's a positive attitude. Really think about that statement. Really think about it. That's a positive attitude. If you could just, you know what you do? Here's what you do. You stop. Anytime you're feeling like crap, or somebody's pissing you off, you get an email you don't like, your daughter pisses you off, you stop and you ask yourself, what do I want? That's it. What do I want always makes you think. Makes you think and say, okay, let me, take the emotions down you really want to shoot back an email and say, you know what, it's mine. It's for real. You really want to say that, or you want to tell a person that. But you say, what do I want? If you say, what do I want? It makes you think, and then you get what you want. Acronyms, I love acronyms. Y'all probably think it's kind of corny, but I actually sit down and think of so many words. I think every word has a positive acronym that can describe the word in a positive way. Awareness is it. It's really it. You've got to be self-aware, and that's the ultimate you. You can't tell people what to do, but you can always tell yourself what to do. William James once said, "The greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their minds by altering their attitudes of mind." You can alter your mind by altering your attitudes of mind, the way you think. What you think about, you bring about. When you want something, you think about it first. Before you go somewhere, you think about where you're going. You've got to be educational, motivational, and most of all, inspirational leaders. And I say most of all, inspirational leaders, because what do we deal with? 100% at risk. Doubt your doubts. Just do it from Nike. I thought that was like the best positive affirmation I've ever heard in my life before I heard that. Really think about that. Doubt your doubts. Doubt your doubts. Jesse Duplantis, he's a pastor. Doubt your doubts. Use it. The only way this is not going to work is if you don't use it. So it's fail-proof. All this stuff is fail-proof. Remember what I said? My objective was this session is going to be about you. And if you take the time and actually really read those questions and answer those questions genuinely and personally to yourself, you'll learn a lot more about yourself and why you do what you do on a daily basis and how you can maintain a positive attitude. I appreciate your listening. That's something that actually I've always said that we're not taught. I've always said that we weren't taught that. Think about it. And for those of you who have children, please take this. This is a jewel. Take this. You go from elementary school, pre-K, elementary school, middle school, high school, you get your bachelor's degree, you get your master's degree. Were you taught how to listen? You had to go outside for that. Listening is a natural thing. It's a natural trait or strength or talent, whatever you want to call it, that you need. But why don't they teach it in the academic world? I don't know. But listening is important. How about talent? The best definition of talent that I've ever heard was by my mentor, Marcus Buckingham. Talent is the recurring pattern of thought, feeling, or behavior. Talent is a recurring pattern of thought, feeling, or behavior. Which means, essentially, every single one of you are talented. It's an accident at birth, you can call it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it.